today we're going to show you how to maintain and harvest your windowsill basil plant. And we're going to give you a few little tips along the way too. But to harvest this, what we'd like you to do to get the best use out of this will be you'll cut it somewhere around this joint and just cut it like so. And then you leave those leaves alone because that'll grow back out. But then you'll take these leaves and you'll harvest these like we're doing here. And we take those and we're going to leave these top leaves. And then what we'll do is I would put a little cinnamon on the tip of this. And the reason we're doing this for you, this should extend the use of your plant. In other words, you've cut it here, but now you've harvested leaves off of this part, but then you're going to take this part and stick it in water, and that's going to keep it fresh. And then these leaves will continue to grow too. So while this one's growing back and getting bigger, you can harvest these leaves, and then eventually you can throw this away, or if you wanted to, you can leave the leaves and let this root turn into roots, and you can actually transplant it in a garden or another container. But that just gets you more use out of the plant. And then also we use the cinnamon, especially if you're going to set them outside or anything. We put the cinnamon on it and we sprinkle the cinnamon down inside and around on the soil, and that serves as a biofungicide. And for outdoor use, it keeps the ants and the gnats away, but it also serves as a fungicide and keeps the plant healthy as well. And it doesn't matter whether it's inside or outside, that's just a good practice, and everybody's pretty much got cinnamon. And then the other thing we're going to do for the kitchen is a way to get the most flavor out of this stuff is you take your leaves and you can take them and stack them, and then you'll just take, and I'm going to cut these stems off, and then I'll roll these up like so, and then I'll take my little knife, and since I couldn't get Gordon Ramsay to do it, I'm going to do this, so my knife skills aren't as good, but you get the idea. So we just cut it like so, and by doing that, that actually that's what you get. This gets more flavor out of the leaf. So like you could dump this in your salad, or for instance, if you had lemon and lime basil, for instance, you could stack the two leaves together and then you could cut it like that and dump it in your water. Or, you know, then if you wanted to make compound butter with the different basils, you can slice it, cross slice it again and make it even smaller, and then add that into your compound butter. But it just makes the basil release more flavor. So that will give you something to do in the kitchen. The other thing is, when you water these things, I recommend you got to use either RO water or distilled water, or water that doesn't have chlorine. In other words, don't use your tap water. And when you do, all you got to do is get you a little bottle like this, and you just pour the water in the saucer like so. And you're probably going to have to do this every day or every other day depending on the humidity. And another little trick, if you had to go out of town for maybe the weekend, it wouldn't hurt to add extra water up here as well as here. And you can tell when it's really got a lot of water, this will get heavy. But that would give you enough, and even if it wilts just a little bit when you water it, it will come back. And when it's in your window, you need a window that's getting at least 4 to 5 hours of direct sunlight. And if you don't, you can get LED grow lights that go either under your kitchen counter or on you can get one that's like a rack that sits on your kitchen counter with a timer on it. And you can put your plants under that and grow them out as well. And on the card that comes with the plant, we're going to have the names of the companies that make those products, so that if you want to do it that way, you're able to do it. And other than that, that's pretty much it, you know. And then for bugs, every once in a while at night you can take the plant and lift it up and look up underneath the leaves, and you can get a little dust buster or something, and if you see any bugs, and get them off, or you can just pinch them off with your hand, you know. But that's pretty much it. And you should be able to get, if you properly take care of this thing, you should be able to get at least a month to 2 months use out of this plant. And when it does go bad, these bags are reusable, and then you can compost the dirt or whatever and reuse, you know, put it in your compost. And that's pretty much it.